the high desert in the great American Southwest. I'm Art Bell.
Slamming into your radio like a supercharged nanoparticle of unobtainium. My name is George Knapp.
I'm Richard Serrett.
This is Connie Willis.
I'm George Norrie. Welcome to Coast AM. It's great to be here.
Welcome to Coast PM, the number one unofficial Coast to Coast AM podcast. We are a podcast where two brothers analyze the world's largest overnight paranormal radio show known as Coast to Coast AM. My name is Paul on this special patrons only episode here with my brother.
Hey, it's Chris, and I'm the Salem the Cat to your Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and today we're doing some girl magic.
We are indeed, Chris. We are on an old Art Bell episode with the one, the only Evelyn Paglini for Spooktober.
Give it up. Everyone give it up for Evelyn, please.
And I don't think we've done an Evelyn Paglini since last Spooktober.
Was that when we did Evelyn?
I think that was the last time we did Evelyn, wasn't it?
I guess. I don't know. You tell me.
It's been a long time, but we are back to Evelyn Paglini, the witch and parapsychologist, also a strega.
I don't remember the strega part, Paul.
So a strega is specifically an Italian witch.
Oh, so our other lady was kind of an Italian witch too, though. So
a little bit, yeah.
We're keeping it themed for the family.
We are indeed, because we are Italian. We can only talk Italian witches, apparently. But specifically, a strega is a group of pagan magic users who are part of Protectors of Venice, which is pretty cool.
I want that job.
It's a pretty sweet job.
They're not doing a particularly good job because Venice is sinking.
That's true. They need more powerful magic, I think, is what we're finding out.
Yeah, dude. They need a couple of stray goes.
They need something. They need something for sure. Although Evelyn, I don't believe that she would identify as a pagan. She actually was raised both as a witch and Catholic. And she does not see those two, I guess, ideologies or religions, if you will, as conflicting, which I think is pretty interesting.
I don't think they're mutually exclusive at all.
They're both very mystical. I mean, Catholicism and ritual and being a witch and ritual, they tie well together.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. Transubstantiation is wild.
And dude, don't worry, we're going to get into blood magic today, as well as how to cast a love spell.
Ooh, that's what we want to see, people.
Yeah, so
that's what we came for.
I mean, I wish that maybe we had found out Evelyn Paglini a bit more in depth when we were both single, because we can't use this. But if there are any single listeners of Coast and you want to try out this love spell, please email us C2CPMpod@gmail.com. Or actually, this is a patrons only, so message us on Patreon and let us know if it works.
I was going to say, maybe we actually put these love potions on our wives and maybe they'll actually love us.
They'll like us even more. It'll be great. And before we start, Chris, can I give you another update?
Please.
Do you recall our last conversation about how you are willing to do a Ouija board with me if I find a legit Ouija board from an old abandoned house, potentially?
Yes.
Did
you find one?
You will not guess the conversation that I had today.
What did you get? What did you find?
I have a friend who is an actual bona fide woodworker. That is his professional job, right? He's like a carpenter. Mm-hmm. And he reclaims wood from old houses.
Okay.
And he is willing to make us a Ouija board if we would like to use it.
Absolutely.
All right. He's already got the wood, dude. He was talking. He's like, I have wood from reclaimed old houses that were torn down from like the early 1900s that we can make a Ouija board out of.
This could work. I'm fine with early 1900s home. I think that could be creepy enough.
Pre-war is kind of my thing. It needs to be pre-war.
It needs to be pre-war. I think you're absolutely right.
So me and him are going to work on this project together. He was asking for me to send him the dimensions. I'm going to laser cut the actual Ouija board onto the wood that he like kind of trims down and makes into a board. So I think we're going to get something pretty solid out of this. So I'm very excited for it.
So wait, I got a question. How about the planchettes? What do we do about this?
So me and him talked a little bit about the planchette. I'm not sure. I may have him cut the planchette out and then I just finish it off. And then like attach like little metal balls, like 3 metal balls to like each corner of it. But we still do need to work that part out. But the board itself, I think we got a solid plan for.
I think we need a planchette from like a voodoo priestess or something.
Where do we find that?
I don't know. I feel like there are like blessed planchettes.
Yeah, we'll work on that. The other big news is if you have sent us a request for the coasters, they are in the mail. So get excited.
Ooh.
If you have submitted a review and emailed me about it, those are in the mail. And we still have a couple left. So please still reach out if you do have a review. Send us a screenshot and we'll get that rolling.
I was going to say, and several of you have been rolling out the reviews. Make sure you send them to me or Paul if you are somebody who's done one recently.
Yeah, please do, and we will get them in the mail.
Yeah, we will get you all those coasters. We're very appreciative.
Yeah, I made a big batch of them, so we're going to get some more rolling out. But that was the housekeeping that I had for today, Chris. For our patrons, you ready to get this rolling?
Let's go, baby.
So our boy Art Bell. He's back in the saddle. This is in the early 2000s after he had already given up his seat to George Norrie, but he comes back occasionally. Okay. And he starts the interview off with Evelyn with a very easy question, which is, what happens to us when we die?
Yeah, right. Let's dive right in, Evelyn.
Not quite a softball, but that's his first question to Evelyn this episode.
But also, who better person to ask?
She would know.
What better person to ask?
What do you know about what happens when we die from your perspective, from one who is a practitioner of other than, what we learn in church? I don't know how to put this. From your point of view as a practitioner, what do you know about the nature of death? What happens when we die?
Well, naturally, there are many people who have had a near-death experience. They have gone through the tunnel. They have seen the light. They have come into the presence of the divine light. Sometimes they have gone through other dimensions and have seen other spirits or souls or entities on their journey. Usually they will go, as we have heard, into what we call a school so that you can revisit that which you have accomplished or not accomplished in the physical plane in this manifestation. And then for a time you are, let's say, redeveloped. Your development is continued, and then you reincarnate and come back again.
So you have no doubt, do you, that we have a soul, that we have something entirely separate from our physical beings that continues upon physical death?
Absolutely.
This is why Evelyn's the best, dude. This is why Evelyn's the best. Loved that answer.
Great answer.
It's an incredible answer. She's like covered every one of our little theory strings, and she did it in about 2 minutes, and it's taken us a year and a half.
It's in depth yet concise.
Exactly.
It's great.
Perfect.
And
She's the best.
The other thing about Evelyn too is that she just sounds like a witch who knows what she's talking about.
Yeah.
Like when we listened to Harlot kind of stumbled around. She wasn't really necessarily on point, but Evelyn her confidence just comes across the airwaves so strongly.
She's been doing this forever, and she's been doing the good stuff, right? Yeah. She's been doing the right way to do this. If you're going to do this, Evelyn Paglini is the sage.
Like, I don't necessarily believe in magic, but Evelyn makes me believe in magic. You know what I mean? Like, the way that she presents it is so strong where I'm like, maybe there's something to this.
I believe in Evelyn's magic.
That's true. That's true.
in the magic that Evelyn is telling, I believe that.
Yeah. Well, that gets
the whole wide world of what people call magic, I don't believe in.
yeah.
But what Evelyn tells me, I'm like, that's the lore. That's the code. That's the headcanon.
And that brings us to our next clip, which is why should we believe in magic, Chris? You've been listening to a patrons only exclusive episode of Coast to Coast PM Spooktober edition. And I know what you're saying to yourself, Paul, that is so mean how you cut it off right there. Why would you cut it off right when I was about to learn how we're supposed to believe in magic? You're so mean for doing that. And you are correct. I am so mean for doing that, which is why you should just go to Coast PM's Patreon and support us for as little as $2 a month. And then you don't have to deal with my BS. So go do that. Patreon.com/Coast to Coast PM is where you can find it. Like I said, as little as $2 a month. It is the best deal in podcasting, in my humble podcasting opinion. So go sign up. We drop 2 to 3 extra episodes per month, depending on our schedules, to be totally honest. You know, I'm busy, Chris is busy, but we're always going to get you at least 2, but probably 3. We shoot for 3. So go sign up. Don't be one of these guys just freeloading on the public feed, never supporting the podcast, not keeping our lights running. Go and help us out. Throw us a couple bones. Keep us running. Keep us on the air. Keep these lights on. Keep these mics electrified so you can keep getting awesome C2C PM content every single week and a little extra, right? Who doesn't love a little extra something? A little cherry on top, which is this hour-long patrons-only episode with the one, the only, the magnificent, the late Evelyn Paglini. She's since passed away, but she was awesome, and this is an awesome interview, so you should go listen to it. That's all. We hope you have a great week. We hope you have a great October and a fantastic spooky season. The end.